It was probably about over 5 years ago now.
Okay.
And I couldn't really have a bowel movement. It was like every few days I would have a bowel movement. It was a very small diameter and
Yeah.
there was some bleeding and I just wasn't sure if it was, what was going on. Finally, I told my husband, who's a doctor, like, hey, I'm having these symptoms. And he's like, well, we got to get this checked out. So colonoscopy and all the doctor's visits, and found out I had severe inflammation in my gut, proctitis and ulcerative colitis. So,
And how old were you when you were diagnosed?
35.
35. And I think you had children at that time too, right?
Yeah, we have 5 kids. I had 5 kids at the time, homeschooling, just really busy.
What did your husband think of this, being a doctor? I'm not sure what kind of doctor he is, but what did he
He's a
think
family practitioner, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So he knows I lean towards the natural world, which
Yeah.
kind of irks him a little bit, but but he gets it. He respects people who want to try that route as well. So we got to a point though where the blood came back in my stools, and he's like, well, we got to fix this. And so he we tried another prescription, which helped for a while. It was just this on and off sort of a thing, and he was concerned because he's like, Tanya, if this doesn't get fixed, you could end up with cancer. And so that's floating around.
Yeah.
When I visited with my GI doctor, he's like, well, if the mesalamine doesn't work, then we're going to have to go to immunosuppressants. And I totally wanted to stay away from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just like, it was always a worry. And I remember it was last June, I go to my niece's birthday party and we had pizza. Gosh, it was even a cauliflower crust, but it was just like cheese and I don't know. And then I just had this flare and I just started bleeding, and it wasn't going away, and it was getting more constipated, and I was still taking mesalamine. I was still doing the paleo diet. I was so mad. And I thought, you know what? I need to talk to somebody who's been through this. That was like the thought that came to my mind. You need to find somebody who's been through this, because this isn't working.
What made you feel like the SHIELD program could help, knowing I'm already on a liquid diet and taking medications and I'm still having these symptoms? What made you feel like this could be different?
Well, it was very helpful to see that there was a free consultation call. Like that.
So, yeah.
Being able to talk to a coach who's been through it, who can look at my personal experience. That was a huge draw. There was somebody else that I had found online, but they didn't offer anything. Like, it was very blind. Here, give me your money and I'll be your health coach. And I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, so being able to get on the phone with a specialist who has Crohn's colitis themselves and really talk to them about how this works. You felt that integrity, you felt that customization of a plan, you felt like you were being taken care of, and you said, you know what, let me give this a shot.
Well, yeah, and like the cherry on top for me was at the end of my call with Lori, she says to me, I was fully expecting a pitch, okay? Like, yeah. I'm like ready for her to pressure me and spice it up, but I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. So
you're ready, yes.
So at the end of the call, no pressure. She's just like, I'm going to give you take it however long you want. And if this feels like this is an integrity with you, then give us a call back or send me an email and we'll move you forward. But it was all in my core. I felt like I had control. I wasn't being pressured into something that I wasn't sure about.
Yes.
And to me, that speaks volumes.
Yes. And it is because we know, for everyone out there listening, it's really important when we're talking about health, the most precious thing in all of our lives. We're talking about money and we're talking about results. We're talking about an incurable disease. This is a complex, precious thing. There needs to be good energy between us. What are your symptoms now?
Now, so much better. I've been adding.
How many bowel movements a day?
1 to 2.
1 to 2, normal, and
yeah.
You're eating normal food?
I'm eating I'm eating food.
You're eating food. You're eating normal, healthy food. You can eat
going from
some veggies,
totally liquid
different
diet.
types. Yes, you can eat a variety of foods, correct?
Yes.
You can eat a variety of foods. You're having 1 to 2 normal bowel movements a day. Are you having any mucus, urgency, diarrhea?
No.
Are you having any cramping and pain?
No.
And you have good energy?
I have such good energy.
And you have great energy and you've gained your weight back?
Yes.
All of it, 10, 12 pounds back?
Yeah.
Okay.
It all came back.
And you're on no medications?
No medication.
So for the last 3 or 4 months, we've had no symptoms. You've been eating all sorts of food. You've been having celebration meals. You've been going to restaurants. You've been traveling with your family, taking care of your 5 children, and you're doing no medications. What does your husband, your doctor husband, say about this? Do you think we put a magic spell on you or what?
He's pretty happy. He's happy that the test results came back good. He's happy. Like this morning, he asked, oh, you haven't been doing your diet. What, did you give up on that? And I'm like, I don't have a diet.
That's right. You don't have a diet.
I love being healthy, I guess you could say.
Good job. And we don't have a diet because we have a lifestyle that makes us happy and healthy. So you can eat foods that make sense to you. You get to choose what you're going to eat and why, and you can assess the risk of any food. We call that food philosophy. So amazing. First of all, how important was it to have someone like Coach Lori who would meet with you privately, who would meet one-on-one and give you that one-on-one support, not just going through a program?
Oh, I think that was it for me. Like
that was like the big thing for you.
Yeah, absolutely. She could walk me through, personalize my thing. I could read books and watch videos till I was blue in the face and still not really know how it would respond to my experience. And then having her, who's specialized in this, experienced it personally and helped other people personally.
Hundreds of others,
It's irreplaceable, really. Like that was a huge part of it.
If you could name one type of product that you felt really helped you, that you want to recommend, say there's another mom out there, someone listening to your story right now, what would be one thing that you feel like just it did? And everyone listening, this isn't the one thing she did that fixed her. She did a whole program all interchangeably built for her. What was one thing that you just you would like the spotlight for anyone out there listening to your story?
One thing.
Just one. I know there's 100 things.
One thing.
Give me one thing that you really liked that you feel like it was helpful.
The shakes.
So what she's saying, the elemental shake. So what's interesting, guys, is she was on a liquid diet beforehand, but then we tweaked her elemental shake with specific ingredients to make it more effective. If there's one piece of advice you could give out there to, let's say, a mom who's struggling, who's been on the medications, who has gone through conventional medicine, hasn't done everything they need, maybe they come from a family of doctors, what would you recommend to someone out there who's suffering, listening to your story?
Oh man. The feeling of like hopelessness that you feel because your gut, you're bleeding, like it's so scary, and when you look forward and you think what could ever change this, because I've tried all these things, and it feels so heavy. There are incredible stories out here, and just the story of hope. Like there is hope. You can meet up with somebody who can help you through this. I don't know. Hope is just like a huge thing, and that was really what drove me forward. What made me try this program to begin with was because I was hoping that this would actually change my experience, and it did. And I'm feeling so good, and I'm looking forward thinking this is so cool and I can get even better. Like, it's awesome. So thank you so much